HasanAbi corporate. I don't even know what that is. This Biden moment from the weekend.
It's like
pulling a fire alarm and escaping into the situation room with my most trusted advisors to game out how the introduction of the Biden DAP will affect 2024. What is it?
What dap me up is? It's like a. Do you know what dap me up is?
No.
Okay, so you have to like that. That's how you dap me up. So do it. Dap me up. Woo!
The way we do it in my neighborhood, you go like this. You walk up, you go like this.
Oh, can we do this?
No, that's good. You go
So
this.
this.
No. Keep it easy.
Sorry.
Come on. You're too old.
Yo, he's got that old man grip, though. That's scary. Okay? Yo, this is a fucking awesome Brandon moment. However, the way he's gripping on that is scary, dog. That's like classic old man strength. He doesn't know how fucking strong he is, dude. He's literally gripping on. He's gripping on like this is a lifeboat. He's gripping on in the way that Leonardo DiCaprio should have at the end of Titanic to that fucking piece of wood. You know what I mean? Holy moly, he's got that adrenochrome grip. Yeah, he's got that. He's got the type of grip that you have only in Baki, where he can like pinch a fucking phone book and shred it. That's crazy.
This, and then this.
Okay.
And then this.
Okay.
Look, he's double dipping. Dude, that's too much. And he's pulling her close. Oh, God. She's like laughing, but she's also terrified. You can tell.
This. Okay.
And this.
Okay.
All right, you got it?
I got it.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Oh, good to see you too. Please let me go. Oh, God. Dude, this video is awesome. Look at them too. God damn. Nipples protruding. Disrespectful. Okay. Like looking like Barney Frank out here in this. Woo! I love this video. It goes in either direction. This video's got it all. This video's got something for the conservatives who are going to be like, look at him. He's about to like eat this like little lady, okay? And then it's great for the Brandon fans as well.
What dap me up is? It's like a. Do you know what dap me up is?
No.
Okay, so you have to like that. That's how you dap me up. So do it. Dap me up. Woo!
The way we do it in my neighborhood, you go like this. You walk up, you go like this.
This proves that Biden's still mad respect. Dude, this is such a good Brandon moment. It is he is so real, dude. He is so fucking human here. Dude, let me tell you something, okay? He's putting up Dr. Jill until the walls are sweating, okay? You can tell just by that, this man is a dynamo, dude. He's going to get COVID from her just because he can't keep away. He's like, I'll take the COVID, Jack. Look alive. Bro, I'm eating. What the Yeah, you know who else is eating? Joe Brandon.
This. No. Keep it easy. Come on. You're too old. I'm old. This.
She's loving it, dude. I feel like often we see him stutter and I think he's a dino, while maybe he's just very anxious in official stuff. No, man, he's not fucking anxious in official stuff. It's just the lights are not always on, brother. What are you talking about? Like, he's not just like a neurodivergent minor, okay? No, he's just, if you look at old Biden when he's always on, he is a phenomenal retail politician. He's always had like goofs and gaffes that humanize him, you know what I mean? He's not like just a shy boy ooh-woo. He's just, the lights are not always on. That's it. Bro's out here rizzing people up while his wife is out. Yeah, Jill Biden, the first lady, tested positive for COVID-19. The president announced, the White House announced she's experiencing mild symptoms, and President Biden tested negative. He's out here dapping ladies up. Meanwhile, his wife is Jill Brandon is just hospitalized, okay? Not from COVID, but from this. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. All right, we're done with that. We're moving away from that. Dude, seeing Brandon behave this way got me feeling some type of way, okay? It's just like, it's hard.
Powers Act. What's that going to do? That War Powers Act. What's that going to do?
Yeah, I mean, this is when he was always on. You can tell he's like somewhat charismatic. Bro just wants to be informed. Oh yeah, I saw this one too.
I want to be informed.
My dude is a horn dog today. You immediately pointed out his yitties. Listen, man, whenever I see a dude out there with protruding nipples, I got to talk about it, okay? A little bit of gyno. We got to notice it. Hope I never meet you, man. I got puffy nips. Don't worry, man. Before you show up to the meet and greet, just like rub a little bit of ice on them nips and get rid of it. You know what I mean? Have them protruding out, standing at attention. You know what I'm saying? And then you're good. Before we get to the Jill Brandon getting fucking the vid, let's talk about a hilarious gay TikToker's commentary on Mike Pence having a hard time staying in the closet during his campaign trail.
About this Mike Pence clip in a campaign stop in Iowa.
Okay, here.
You want me to work that for you?
Well, I
Just get a photo. Just get a photo. We gotta keep moving.
Would you like a ride, or you got to keep moving?
They said I gotta keep moving.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind driving. This is a little
Yeah,
bigger than my. This is a little bigger than my John Deere.
It's a beauty. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, are you competing with it?
It's like, where do we even begin? Look, as an openly proud gay man myself, I understand that coming out of the closet is just not possible for everyone, so I really feel for those who can't. But when you have dedicated so much of your political career to shitting on LGBTQ people, and you are still this fucking obvious flaming creeper, I have zero sympathy for you. Now, I'm not gonna speak for that hot farmer's sexuality.
Let me. We're gonna run this back. Hold on. We gotta do this
You've
again.
got to talk about this Mike Pence clip in a campaign stop in Iowa.
Okay, here.
You want me to work
Oh yeah. You want me to work that for you, partner? I know my way around these levers, if you know what I mean.
You want me to work that for you?
Well,
Just get a photo. Just get a photo. We gotta keep moving.
Hey, how about you shut the f up,
would you
Steve?
like a ride, or you got to keep moving?
Would you like a ride, he says. Mike Pence is thinking about that ride in that very moment, going, hell yeah, I'd like a ride. Give me a ride on that big green tractor, pretty boy.
They said I gotta keep moving.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my fucking stupid staffer Steve wants me to keep moving, but wouldn't mind driving your big one.
This is a little bigger than my John Deere.
A little bit bigger than my John Deere, let me tell you. But I know my way around these parts. Despite the fact that you got a big one, let me tell you, I've handled bigger loads than what you are seeing in front of me right now.
It's a beauty. Well, thank you very much.
Are you competing with it?
It's like, where do we even begin? Look, as an openly proud,
All right, let's
obvious flaming creeper, I have zero sympathy for you. Now, I'm not gonna speak for that hot farmer's sexuality, because that sweltering chemistry.
What is William Osmond doing at fucking Iowa State Fair, by the way? What's happening? Is this like a new bit? Is he just like doing a new YouTube video where he's like, I tricked Republicans into thinking that I'm like an Iowan farmer or something? Like what's happening there?
Because that sweltering chemistry might just be him being nice and professional. But oh Mike, you silly, obviously gay goose. You have as much chance of having that farmer bend you over that John Deere tractor as you do being president.
Pence's DL on Grindr and saw that guy prior to the event. Like it. I don't know why we're being so horny today. But let me tell you, it's hard not to be on a hot summer day when you walk up to a John Deere truck with a real American hog. And you notice that the John Deere truck he's working with is a little bit bigger than the John Deere trucks you got back at home. And mother's not around. So obviously, despite of the fact that maybe your stupid staffer Steve keeps telling you to move it along, maybe you'll be a little bad today. Maybe, just maybe, you'll sit there for a little bit longer and keep cranking those shifts, thinking about cranking the farmer's shift a little bit. Okay, we're done. All right, now we're moving. Okay. First Lady Jill Biden tests positive for COVID-19.
Jill Biden, who has now tested positive for the coronavirus for a second time. The First Lady is, quote, experiencing only mild symptoms at this time. That's according to the White House. But both the First Lady and President Biden are in that high-risk group of 65 and older. And the White House says so far, this is good news from the White House, President Biden has not gotten sick. Nancy Cordes is at the White House for us following all of this. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. We're told the First Lady will stay at their home in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, as a precaution for now. The president is back here at the White House after spending the weekend with her. He's going to have to continue to be tested. He tested negative most recently last night. Now, we saw the First Lady on Saturday when she joined her husband on a trip to Florida to tour storm damage from Hurricane Idalia. And she was supposed to start actually teaching fall classes this week at a local community college. Instead, her aides say she's going to be replaced temporarily with a substitute. The president, as you'll recall, has had COVID once last July, and he'll have to be tested routinely this week because he's slated to head to India and Vietnam for a pair of summits in just 3 days. The First Lady's diagnosis comes as COVID cases are spiking in the U.S. According to the CDC, COVID hospitalizations were up nearly 19%.
All right. When will the conspiracy theories come and say that, like, they're faking it specifically so that they can do COVID shutdowns? I'm assuming that that's what's going to happen, right? I got COVID as soon as the freshman arrived at my college. That or she died and was replaced by a double. No, that one is too complicated. These guys are not working with, like, this kind of complicated narratives anymore. That's like QAnon. Already been saying this since school started back and the spike started. Yeah. No, it's definitely happening. I'm putting that as a lock. I assume because it perfectly plays along with the narrative that they're trying to create already, like that, you know, COVID is happening, and like lockdowns are coming again. When we here at the HasanAbi broadcast know the truth, they are faking it. Dr. Jill Biden didn't get COVID. Dr. Jill Biden was at Burning Man with Dr. Joe Biden. And when they were in the file with Diplo, turns out Dr. Jill Biden had a little slip in the mud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden, the dynamo, is out there on the campaign trail, and he don't give a He's letting the grippers out on this day. Okay, we're done. I promise I'm done. I'm so done. I'm done.
Percent in 1 week in mid-August, thanks in part to the emergence of new variants. Now, aides say the First Lady's case is currently mild, and she is up to date on all her shots and boosters. But, Gail, we wish...
They already are?
Does anybody else not give a flying fart about Jill Biden? I just want to understand why they're trying so hard.
Wait, no one is. It's the conservatives that are trying hard. The reality is, and everyone gets mad at me, or even in this community when I mention this, but like people don't want to think about COVID. People are done with the lockdowns. People are done with the shutdowns on the liberal side as well as the Republican side. And it's like the weirdos on the Republican side that are like desperate and for the low stakes battle that they want to go back to when they had the COVID going on. Now this one has 34 fucking likes. I don't know how the hell you even found this. Jesus Christ. But you know, I'd be shocked if there weren't actual people out there that are doing this. It begins again. First Lady Jill Biden tests positive for COVID the second time. Imagine how bad it could have been if she wasn't vaccinated 4 times season. Again, great. It's also another winter of illness and death for the unvaccinated. Jill Biden is Joe's first sacrificial sheep for COVID-19 narrative. Eventually, all liberal Democrats will test Biden for propaganda. Lockdown to commit voting fraud for Biden is coming. What a coincidence that 2 of the most high-profile women in America, Jill Biden and Whoopi Goldberg, test positive for COVID. Joe Biden announces he'll be wearing a mask again, and mask mandates start popping up in blue cities, all at the same time. Definitely not coordinated. That's awesome. I will tell you exactly why this is happening. Well, one, it's happening because, like, obviously healthcare professionals and epidemiologists have been talking about how, like, new strains of the virus are inevitably going to peak again, and they're going to surge, and that's going to be an issue for people who are unvaccinated, people who are even vaccinated as well, depending on the type of strain or what the new virus looks like. That's normal, right? But is there a genuine interest on the ground from like Democrats and Republican voters, or just like regular people who are demanding like mask mandates or nationwide shutdowns or anything like that? Of course not. But you know who actually desperately wants that? Content creators. Okay? I say this, I'm a content creator myself. They love the content that this provides for them. They love the battle lines that are drawn for them. It's automatic content. It is the most shameless, is the most silly, most transparent cash grab ever. That every single one of these like right-wing weirdos are literally like, oh, the lockdowns are coming again. The lockdowns are coming. I promise you. So that they can like freak the fuck out over it when that is not necessarily what is happening at all. And of course, the other side of this is like, even if that were to happen, because, some super serious strain is like ripping through the population, okay? And it became a necessity. It's not the end of the fucking planet. You just have to suck it up usually. You know what I mean? As long as the government is giving those sweet stimmies, we should be good. But the reality is, the reason why they're saying this is because they are desperate for it. They're desperate for a time where they had this like, comfortable existence from their homes where they chirped about how they endlessly chirped about COVID and how the shutdowns were awful and how they couldn't go to the barber and it was the worst thing that has ever happened. That's it. It is a desire to go back to a familiar territory and fight these low-stake battles. It's a good culture war issue that they can fight on. They think they can win on it. That's why they are pushing for it. And that's it. Does it mean student loans will get paused again? Absolutely not, because I don't even think that lockdowns will happen again. Unless it gets completely and utterly out of hand in a way where there's like this insane strain that's just like ripping through the land, okay? Straight up murking people. I do not believe that lockdowns will come back because there's no appetite for it. Now, part of the reason why people are able to come out with these conspiracy theories, or rather like endlessly cry about this, is because we are a very stupid country. We're a very, very stupid country. So it doesn't take much for people to believe in this and refuse to recognize that obviously when temperatures start getting lower and lower, due to what is known as seasonal changes, there are also additional illnesses that come along with that, like flu season, right? It's not a conspiracy. It's just how it works, right?